Hello, can you hear me alright? I'll just load.
Resident Evil.
Okay, I'm just loading the game. I'll get to a part of the game and then I'll show you what I mean. Alright. So now you see basically it's upscaled, but it's vanilla. Now if I turn on, see that? I don't know if you saw that. This is just the post-processing shader with see, I'm trying to turn things off. I'm basically turning everything off one by one. So this is what, once you so you can add film grain. Hang on. I don't know if you can see that. Let's hang on. See, you can change the gamma. See, these things you can do on the fly with and then basically you can do texture sharpening. So you can do string. Probably can't see that very much. Maybe if I can't turn it around. Hang on. But you can do the pixel vibrance. Or you can do it. Oh, hang on. I didn't actually turn it on. See how it's vibrant there? Well, these are all post-processing shaders, and these are standard that come with Dolphin. See, that's cell shading, right? And then you can turn on scan lines. You can turn on scan lines, and you can have different types of scan lines. So that's like both ways. That's up and down scan lines, or is it? And then you got the normal scan line like that, and you can do the intensity of the scan line. You can do the spacing of the scan line, the thickness. You can make the thickness smaller. And I don't tend to use these at all, really. So then you've got film grain. See, one of the options is turn. Let's turn that off. And then you've got, but there's other ones. So like, okay, so this is just FXAA put on. I don't know if you can tell the difference or not. Then you've got like storybook ink, so you can have it like that. Yeah, it's not a full texture pack though. It's not fully done. Then you can have like that. So there's all different things. You can have fire, make it that one. This one's called spooky. This one's called toxic. So there's all different ones as well. This one's called Sketchy. So it's like a sketch type thing. This one's called Smart Shader. I don't know what that means. But these are all shaders. Then you've got Sunset Shader. You got Posterize, which doesn't look very good. Primary colors, like that. You got like night vision. So if you look at yeah, these are basically ones that actually came with Dolphin, or most of them came with Dolphin. I have downloaded a pack as well, but there are like ones that come with Dolphin. The only one you can actually configure is this one's called Christmas because it's green and red. Acid metal. All these. You can download more. Then there's just like 5 times VR. This one's AA 4.0, which looks pretty shitty actually. Cartoon shader. So I can actually. No, I can't. What else is there? Bad Bloom, which kind of reminds me of the HD version a bit. But there's all different ones anyway, that's basically it. So if you've got the latest version of Dolphin and you go... So, yeah, so if you've got the latest version of Dolphin, you go into graphics, change the graphics renderer to OpenGL, and then you go into the Enhance tab, and there's a post-processing effect. It's usually turned off, and then it's just a drop-down menu, and you just pick one. If you wanna like do the basic stuff yourself, you pick Dolphin X Bump AA4, and then you hit config, and you've got like all different ones. Like you've got like scaling filter, blended bloom, so you can do the bloom like that, and then you can just change stuff. You can do contrast and bit mapping, color correction. So this is color correction. So you can add red, which it doesn't seem to be doing. I don't know why that's not doing anything. I don't know if you can see whether it's doing anything. Turn everything off. I don't know. Yeah. But there's all like filmic processing, gamma correction, texture sharpening, pixel vibrance, which is this one. So that's 0.5 pixel vibrance, and then you can go all the way up to 1.1. So that's 100%. Then you've got, you know, contrast enhancement, so you can go up and down with the contrast, etc. So basically, people will make a shader and call it something, and that's what a lot of shaders for EPSXE. I don't know how configurable they are on ESPXE, because EPSXE is a nightmare to use. You have to you have to set things, run the game, see if it works. If it doesn't work, then you've got to close the game. You've got to close the program, reopen the program, change the option, run the game. You know, you've got to do all these processes just to get and see whether it works or not. Whereas Dolphin and pretty sure PCSX2, you don't have to do that. You can do it while in game. The only thing you can't change is the renderer, the rendering method, the basic backend. You can't change it from like OpenGL to Direct 3D or vice versa. So you should just give it a go. It can't hurt. Just if something breaks the game, then just change it and turn it off. Just play around with it, I guess. Me personally, I just wanted to push the quality. I'm not really worried about, you know, Christmas or whatever that. I just wanted to get, like, you know, get rid of the jaggies and boost the resolution and try and get it as good as I can looking without changing colours and all that kind of stuff. But that's basically it. That's all I wanted to show you. That's basically the stream. So I think that's me done for today. I might stream a bit later, I don't know. I was thinking about doing some Gianna Sisters one day. Null DC. Don't think it's got... The best thing you can do with Null DC is you can click the extra geometry, which basically makes it so that if you widen the screen manually, you see what's been hidden behind that, if you know what I mean. And as I said, you can make it widescreen but flip the other way, so it's like vertical. One of my first videos was a few pictures of Null DC in the vertical position, so you can see what's above. See, in that picture there, you'd be able to see more of the desk and more of the ceiling if you in Null DC. Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to stop now. I'm going to go have some lunch. So I hope that helped you out a little bit on what things are. But yeah, if you do something cool with EPSXE, I'd love to see it, but I don't have the patience for that. Alright, see ya.